Will it be Bob Stefanowski? Will it be Ned Lamont? We're live without a net. It's the very last gubernatorial debate, brought to you by AARP.
My name is Kenny. I'm from Milford. What are we going to do to bring the taxes down?
Let's go to Ned first.
If Bob succeeds in eliminating the income tax for the wealthiest people in our state, that will mean a lot of costs are pushed on to towns and cities, jacking up their property tax. I will reduce the property tax, which is the biggest tax paid by the middle class.
All right. Bob, you want to give your answer?
Yeah, Ned, you're talking about a $100 reduction in the property tax. Then you raised it to $300. It's gonna do nothing to stimulate this economy. You admitted on Face the State that you had no idea where you're coming up with your numbers for reduced property taxes.
Why were you ringing in? You're saying all that was untrue?
Yeah, not true at all. It's a $300 middle-class tax cut the first year. In the second biennium, it's going to be $1,200. We say exactly how we're going to pay for it, and I'm the only guy in this room who ever took on Dan Malloy and challenged him.
This is from Jamie in Naugatuck.
I'm in the transportation industry. Mr. Stefanowski, if you are elected, how can you guarantee that you will not impose tolls on Connecticut?
We're going to fix this infrastructure by bringing in the private sector. We're going to move stuff off of I-95. We're going to move freight off of I-95. We're going to fix the airports. We're going to increase the speed of the trains. The private sector has done it in other states. It can do it for the state of Connecticut.
Ned, let's talk about tolls here. You said just tractor trailers, right?
I'd like to do it just the way they're doing in Rhode Island right now. Focus on those tractor-trailer trucks. Represents about $300 million.
That would be brought in on the amount of gantries and the amount of trucks and what the fee
It's really
would
about
be.
the amount of traffic. We looked at Rhode Island. We looked at how they did it there. We extrapolated that for Connecticut. The exact number of gantries, let me get back to you on that. But most importantly, this is a way to get those tractor-trailer trucks off the main roads at busiest time. It's called congestion pricing. We have given those trucks an incentive to be on those roads at off-peak.
Patricia in Madison.
Yes, thank you. Unlike the property tax, all of us in Connecticut pay the income tax. Will you cut this tax? Why or why not?
Bob?
Absolutely. I've got an 8-year plan. It's logical. It's been up on my website for over a year now. We're going to get that tax rate down. We're going to cut the corporate rate and get jobs and people back into Connecticut.
Ned?
I am going to cut the property tax. That's the biggest tax paid by the middle class, and I will not raise the income tax.